Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Wu-Tang Killer, the one killer bee, and he ain't for the kill now. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Chop that down, that's all around. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away.
This is when it gets serious. This is raw.
Yeah, baby, I like it raw. I get Biggie Diggy raw.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Lady Freedom here coming at you with another raw narrative. Today is September 18th, 2024 and Sebastian Rogers is still missing. He has been missing for 206 days today. Today's narrative is going to be a little different. It's going to be me passing out flyers in the area where I live. I have also included some very interesting conversations that I had. Let's watch. Springfield, Missouri, and I am just driving down one of the roads here, and earlier today I put out some flyers. We're not allowed to put flyers out here in Springfield on light poles and things like that. It's actually illegal, so there's a lot of stipulations, but I looked it up online and they said that I could go to different places like coffee shops, the library, different places like that, and so that's where I've been heading today, and I've taken a couple pictures that I'll pipe in here and show you where I was at. Springfield, Missouri, home of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, as a matter of fact, and also dear Riley Strain. And like I said before, I'm going to be moving here, but I've lived here since 2008. This is one of the bars that I went to earlier coming up. It's the Foxhole. It's also an American Legion hall, and so I thought it would be a great start. That's the first place I went to today. And of course, I was greeted by a guy that was in a military-style attire. You can see that he was definitely a veteran. And I shook his hand and thanked him, but he said that he would definitely post up Sebastian's flyer, and that was the first experience that I had today, and I'm just overly grateful that that was my first experience, and I'm very much motivated by a good friend of mine to continue doing this, because after all, I'm only here for a little while longer, but it's about 6 or 7 hours away from Tennessee where Sebastian went missing, and at this point he could be anywhere. So what I'm doing right now is, after I hit a couple of spots, I'm going to head to downtown because I have a library right near me. It's an awesome library. I used to take my daughter there all the time. They have a fantastic reading room for children. It's very brightly colored, and there's all kinds of nice little goodies in there that can be enjoyed, and just a quiet reading environment for little kids. My daughter loved going to that library in particular. I'm going to hit the library downtown Springfield. There's one right down on the square is what it's called. As we're coming up, I'll show you the skyline for Springfield, Missouri. It's a nice library. It's more for, older folks, though. They do print out really cheap copies and things like that. Yesterday, I was at my local UPS store here in town printing out the flyers, and I requested 36 flyers. One I wanted to do laminated, and I took a picture of the fail that I had yesterday because I didn't realize my windows are pretty heavily tinted in the rear on my hatchback, and so I was able to put Sebastian's laminated copy up, but you can't really see it unless you're like right behind me. So whoever's just right behind me and has to stare at the ass end of my vehicle will get to see his photo and his description and all of that information. Another really awesome experience that I had yesterday at the UPS store was a lovely woman actually decided that because I was printing out these flyers that she would sell them to me for the price of a black and white copy. And
you know, of course, I'm trying not to cry. I'm a big ball bag when it comes to things like that, and try not to make her cry, and ended up giving her a hug. So she threw in the laminated copy that I put on the back. So it was just very heartwarming and just reassuring that when you're doing the right thing, or you're trying to do the right thing at least, people are going to step up and people are going to try to help out. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned doing this is, it makes me feel good to get out there and do this. I'm sitting making videos, and to get out into the community and see the kind of love that I've received, I'm blown away. I wasn't expecting it. I know that it's a grim subject when we're talking about a 15-year-old who's been missing for 6 months, and it's like joy and love and sadness, but it's all beautiful. And I wore makeup today. For those of you who who know me personally, or you don't know me personally, I'm not a big makeup person. I will wear it when I feel it's necessary or I have to get formal, but or when I'm working, things like that. But I don't typically like to wear a lot of makeup, and today I'm like crying my makeup off, sweating some of it off because it is hot. So it's just kind of funny. I look like a damn ball bag today, but yeah, I'm wearing kind of like a little military dress. I'm trying to go into different areas downtown, like the bars and stuff like that. So I wanted to look a little nicer, represent Sebastian. I put my little green ribbon on that I have. It's kind of rickety by now because I've had it for quite some time, and I like to wear it out sometime. And I also have a little green light outside of my place, and it's usually pinned to that little light. There's a little holder on it. And so I took that and I'm wearing it, and I'm heading down to downtown Springfield, guys. And don't make fun of downtown Springfield when you see it. If you're from a bigger city, I told you in my last video, I was kind of a jerk when I first moved here too, because I used to just kind of be like, really, that's the downtown? Like, really, there's no culture here? Really? Like, I was mad because Chicago, you know, you don't have to go far to find different cultures and experiences and music and food. And so when I first moved here, it was a little different for me too. Like I said in my previous video, what I forgot to say in it is that I've met some of the best people here. I've been here for a while now, and I think there's good and bad everywhere. I think there's more good than there is bad. And so I meant to say that, but I was also wanting to run to the defense of some of the people that I've met out of Tennessee, because I've had a different experience with the people that I've interacted with, as opposed to the whole go Vols, good old boys system, that sort of thing. I think that is very obscure, especially nowadays. It's more and more obscure because people are recognizing that that's just not the way to be. It's not the way to live, and it's not the way to treat people. Areas grow, they get bigger, and that sort of thing. So we're going to be taking kind of the scenic route here, because I'm also wanting to hit a bar that I know about in particular that will allow me to post a flyer in the bar, like, so people can see it. Another great spot that I found is Casey's gas stations. And so I've hit a couple of gas stations. We have what's called Come and Go out here, and I hit a Come and Go, and everybody has been super sweet about it. And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll put it up. And I told them, even if you have to put it up in your break room, or if you want to take it home, I think it's just really about spreading awareness. And even if I was standing outside of a grocery store, I mean, the Walmart that I went to earlier was packed to the gills, and just handing out flyers out there, I don't know if I'd get in trouble for solicitation. Surely if I showed the police officer what I was handing out, he would appreciate it, but you never know. It just depends on the city and the local ordinances, really. I do want to spread awareness just anywhere that people are going to be looking, anywhere that we can possibly get some more traction. And like I said earlier to my friend, I thanked them for lighting a fire under my ass for lack of a better way to say it. Get out there, you know, spread these flyers, because it's not only just for Sebastian. I could spread flyers for very, very, very many reasons. There's lots of kids out there. There's lots of adults, young adults. Human trafficking is crazy rampant everywhere in the United States, across the world, really. And just the more awareness that we can bring, you know, even if I know it's very overwhelming, especially if you're into true crime, because there's so many cases and there's so many people that need help, and there's so many kids that need exposure, and these people are family members of other people. You know, these are people's family members, these are people's cousins, brothers, sisters, uncles, best friends, acquaintances, even just a good friend that you enjoy banter with. It's just one of those things where it's extremely sad, and we can use all the help that we can get. So the more that we get out here, I mean, I'm just learning so much today, and I don't mean to talk your ear off about something that's really not as relevant to the case. However, I do believe that it's important to spread awareness. It's important to let people know that when someone goes missing, we're not going to stop until they're found. You can adopt a person, a child, whoever it is, and you can say, I'm going to print out 30 flyers, whatever. I'm going to print out 10 flyers, and just put them up where you know that it's okay. I put one up next to a girl's bathroom today in a come and go, because, you know, I'm glad it was right next to the girls, because as we know, or the ladies' room, true crimers, most of us are women. We have a lot of men out there too, and shout out to you guys. Love you guys. But it's mostly women, and when a woman goes back there and she sees Sebastian's cute little face with his cutest smile ever, she's not going to be able to get that image out of her mind. Trust me, she's not going to be able to get his little face and that cutest little smile out of her mind. And if she sees him somewhere by the grace of God, then winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? And if she doesn't, at least she's aware. And again, that is just the biggest thing, and that's why it's so amazing to share within the community, true crime community, instead of us getting you know, angry with each other or oppositional with each other because of different viewpoints. It's so important to stick together. And you know what's so hilarious is, I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but there's like this little cricket that's riding on my hood, and I call my car Rickety Cricket because it's just, you know, funny. It's an old car. It falls apart. The door falls off from time to time. The air doesn't work, but there's my little cricket. He's riding on top. It's hilarious. But back to true crime and riding with the rickety cricket, a cricket on a rickety cricket. That's why we all need to stick together. That's why we all need to show each other grace and love and acceptance within the community, because if we don't stick together and we don't come together, it's not necessarily always the best strategy to divide and conquer. In my opinion, I believe it's more of together we stand, divided we fall. So if we're together and we stand up united and we just don't care about all of the other crap and just focus on one thing, which is finding Sebastian, raising awareness, doing everything, every little thing that we can do. Even if you think it's a little thing, it's a big thing. I learned that yesterday. Because of a wonderful person who decided to chip in. And that's what it's really all about. And that's all we can really ask for, is for us to all stand up together and do our part. You don't have to do it with other people that you don't like. Do it with the ones you like. Come together with them. Make a search, you know, set a date. That's the most important thing, is really setting a date and saying, this is what we're going to do. And nothing's going to stop us from doing it that day. And if you can't do it on that day, do it in spirit with them, and then go off and do some on your own. It is a very good feeling. And if you're not able to do that because you don't have the money to do it or whatever the case may be, the best answer without actually physically doing anything yourself is just speaking to whichever God of your choice and just whoever you're spiritually connected to, and pray that Sebastian is found. That's the only thing that we can do sometimes. And I know that it's very underrated, but in the same way, I do believe that if you pray and it's something that you truly believe in and you're truly connected to that higher power, that it's going to help you so much. It's going to help the situation. It's going to make you feel better because you did something, and it's going to make everybody else feel better because it could bring somebody home. They're not praying alone. I've prayed with a lot of people just on YouTube, just in the comments. Every time there's been a vigil for Sebastian, I've prayed with those people, and I feel like that's very powerful. And if you're in that state of mind and you can get really into it, then it's going to make all of the difference. It'll help you out. It'll help out the situation. And I think that's very important. And I think the people that are doing that are doing just as much as somebody putting out a flyer or speaking about it online. You know, every time that you go to Facebook and you share Sebastian's information, you're helping in a huge way, on a global way, because Facebook's everywhere. YouTube is everywhere. So every time we share his face, every time we share anything about him, we're helping. We're bringing awareness. Anytime we tell his story, even though it's very hard to tell Sebastian's story, it's his story. It's hard to tell his parents' story because it's their story. But there's ways of doing it, and I think spreading his face out there and his name is the very most important thing that we can do. One click is all it takes, really. One click, some prayers to the God of your choice, of course, and that's the most important thing that we can do, guys. So every little thing helps, every little thing counts. Nothing that one person does is less or greater than what the other person does. Everything is helping. And so when we help others, it makes us feel better. It makes us feel useful. And here we are at this bar here. And I'm just going to run in there and I'm going to ask them to put up a flyer. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back here. And like I was talking about earlier, guys, it's such a grim subject. Now, when I was younger, I was a little wild, you know. I would like to come to this bar. It's a cute little sports bar. But the owners over here, they have always been the type to allow people to put things up, like flyers and different things, missing children, all of that. And so, like I said, I frequented this bar years ago when I was really rowdy and used to like to watch the game and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I mean, they're very open to that, and that was the type of place that I like to patronize anyway. Still like to patronize places that are so open and welcoming. And another thing that I do want to say about Springfieldians is that there are so many good-hearted people here that are down to earth. You know, it is a modest place. It was as well. There's a lot of little like knockabout towns, little podunk places. You don't have to go far to get to them. Springfield is very much more metropolitan than it was in the past. But you know, people kind of enjoy a slower pace here. It has grown a little bit faster, but it is enjoyable. It's nice. Not many people get into a huge hurry, which is something to get used to. Again, like I said, it's just a difference of where I grew up and things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this little Casey's right here, because most of the Casey's gas stations have bulletin boards, and so that's why I've been hitting a lot of them. Whenever there are billboards, people are going to look at them, and a lot of grocery stores have them too. And so I was going to look that up. Shout out to a gal that is doing this out in Georgia today as well. We were talking and she said Publix lets them do that. We don't have Publix here, but we have Kroger brand, so I'm guessing like maybe Price Cutters or used to be called Ramey's. But here I go back in. I got push pins and double-sided tape I brought with me. Thank you. Hi. Do you happen to have, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were here when I walked in. Do you have like a pin board?
We used to.
I know all of them have them, but...
You want to give her a piece of tape? She can hang it over with the other ones on the window.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I have some tape. I can just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just hang it over there by the other ones on the window.
Okay, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah, so they're hung on the inside, but you can see them from on the outside of the window.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay guys, this is the first storefront one. That is a huge win. I am so excited. I am so happy that we got Sebastian over here at the Casey's. Holla! Shout out to Casey's. They have gas, pizza, and compassion apparently. They got window space. So hell yeah, Casey's. That's a score. Meanwhile, we have people down in Tennessee searching. Today is a really great day, guys. And I think that whenever life throws us a lot of crap and we're dealing with a lot of issues in our lives, a good day can just be the most wonderfully uplifting thing, and it can really get you back on track and get you back to thinking about what's really important. Thinking about the impact that you want to make in this world, because we only live one life as the people that we are today in this form. So we only get this one chance at it, in my opinion. And the more that you can help people, the more that we can do for each other, the more that we can make each other laugh or give each other a hug, it makes all the difference. Because you don't know what other people are going through, and that goes for this case as well. We don't know what anyone is going through. We don't know what Katie's going through. We don't know what Chris is going through. We don't know what Seth is going through. And when it comes to the closest people to Sebastian, like his grandmother, his opposite grandparents, step-grandparents, whatever you'd like to call them, but we really don't know what they're going through. We really don't know how they feel inside. And so I'm glad that they have people in their corner. I've said it before, we all need people in our corner. We all need each other. And so that goes for, even if you're on an oppositional side from somebody, you can still wish for good things for them, and you can still pray for justice if you think that they have something to do with it, just as an example. So it's very important to keep that in mind as we're navigating through the case. Now, I've noticed there's some things going on with some creators being silenced and then someone else stepping in. I noticed there was a duct taped mouth. I'm sure some people would like my mouth to be duct taped shut at some time. But in the same way, nobody should be silenced, guys. There's no reason for people to be silenced unless they're spreading lies. But even then, let them spread the lies. They're going to catch up with them sooner or later. And so let them spread the lies. I had to learn that the hard way. I went down swinging when it came to that. When it came to having to defend myself constantly. Nobody should have to do that. It doesn't matter. We're all people. We all make mistakes. We all have this life to live. We all are playing with the cards that we've been dealt. we're playing with the cards that we've played, and maybe it came back to bite us in the ass. Either way, we're all people. We all deserve that dignity and respect and all of that. Now, when we talk about this case, there are a lot of people who have differing opinions. There are a lot of people, meet, that have differing opinions and very passionate sides, right? So if you're on one side or the other, or if you're on just Sebastian's side and you're not worried about which parent did what, then in that way, you're going to be very passionate about the situation, about Sebastian, as we all should be. Oh, sorry, I have to turn on this road here. This is St. Louis. Going into the downtown area. Let's take you guys with here. And there's the Railhaven Hotel. It's one of the older hotels, like Elvis. Oh, Elvis stayed in this hotel right here years ago. That's the claim to fame, at least. And let's do that. There we go. Okay, so here is the Missouri skyline. This is the Missouri skyline, guys, and yeah, we're coming into downtown. There's a lot of different little places out here, or down here. There's a lot of places down here. There are bars, restaurants. There's also the home of the Cardinals, Springfield Cardinals, which is minor league baseball. So we're over kind of by the stadium there. And it's a college town, so we have lots of colleges here. And I'm just hoping to kind of hit up a couple of spots down here, the library being one, like I said, but also some of these littler bars and stuff, because some of them won't mind putting up the signs. I know it's Saturday. I'm not trying to down everybody's mood or anything like that, but I do want to bring awareness, and I think it's a good area to do, because it's really busy down through here. There's lots of people to talk to, so I think it'll be a good idea. I used to work in that building right down there. I worked in it for quite some time, and I enjoyed it. I was on a rather ominous floor in the building, but yeah. So this is kind of our little Route 66 kind of. You got Chipotle, gas station, Price Cutter. Like I said, Price Cutter's a Kroger store down here. This is our downtown area, and I'm hoping to hit up some spots down here. It's a nice hot day. It's not crazy hot, but it's just kind of a nice breezy sunny day here. Got a couple of little raindrops. Springfield's a bigger area, so if you're depending on what side of town you're on, you could get rain on one side of town and the other side of town could be bone dry. So another thing that people say about Springfield is if you don't like the weather, wait. And it's true. I mean, it's kind of funny how it works, but the weather changes very drastically in this area. We're on a plateau, so I mean, there's geographical reasons for this. And we got the Shrine Mosque, which is coming up. Shriners do a lot for children, sick children, children with disabilities. The Shrine is a place here where they also hold concert venues. Let me see if I can't get you guys a better view of the Shrine Mosque. Went to a lot of shows here. This is the Shrine right here. And it's here. Then right across the street here is billiards, and billiards is a really great place. They have a burger there. It's called the Hustler Burger. It's like the best burger, seriously, and it's so cheap. I mean, I haven't been there in forever, but I just remember they also hold this circus here at the Shrine Mosque. And so oh, there's my cricket. He's back. But yeah, so the Shrine Mosque is where they hold a lot of different events. And there's our Discovery Center. That's for the little kids. I took my daughter there once or twice, I believe it was twice, when she was little, because there's like a lot of little things that they can do. Kind of reminds me of like the museums downtown Chicago where you can go, and like the Museum of Science and Industry, where little kids can interact and, you know, play. And so really cute little spot here. Like I said, Springfield has added a lot of like art and different things. Like that wasn't here years ago. The downtown area is very, for lack of a better way to say it, art centric. And so they do art walks. The Galois Theater is right up here. That's another kind of popular spot that people go to see different shows, different venues. As you can see, like, it's very vibrant down through here. Lots of college kids and people of all types of people. And they've added some things here since I've been here. It's been a while. It looks like there's some kind of something going on down here on the square right now. And there's a coffee shop that's down here too, or there used to be. So I'm hoping to hit this coffee shop. All right, guys, and it's free to park down here, which is pretty cool. This is just the downtown parking lot. If there's like big events, certain areas will be designated for the ball game. So play ball. And it really is a nice day. There's a little piece of art for you guys to look at. All right, so we're heading down to the square. Looks like somebody tagged a porta potty. Looks like there's a festival of some sort. Oh, it's a farmer's market. And so let's go down there. I got music. It's right across from Park Central Library and Coffee Ethic, which Coffee Ethic has really good coffee. I'm spreading some awareness for a little boy who's missing from Tennessee, and just basically trying to spread awareness here. I couldn't get down to Tennessee to help the search today, but they have one that's going on right now, and so I decided to just come on down and see what I could find. And I saw you guys had this big farmers market. I'm like, well, there's lots of people there. So.
Yep. There's lots of people here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need this. I'm going home out in the country like in a few hours, and I won't come back to town till next week. So
I mean, if
I haven't seen them, so somebody else would
yeah, no,
would be
that's
better
good.
with that.
Well, I'm also looking because I mean it's like 6 or 7 hours away from here, so
Right.
not far, but like 6 months is a long time, so he could really be anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is why I want to just kind of spread some awareness around. But
Sure.
beautiful table. I hope
Thank
you don't
you.
mind. I kind of took a little video on it. I have a YouTube channel too, so that's why I'm doing it.
Oh,
So,
I said earlier, I was like, Wendy, we need a counterweight this because it'll blow.
oh, I'm sorry. It's nice and breezy.
And it was not windy at all, and
Let me
then
help you guys
it
out here.
really became windy.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Is it?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I like that color.
And I have to resist the urge to buy. You
Well,
all
the
grow your own
dresses are
vegetables?
$5. We grow all our vegetables.
Okay.
And
That's
all this
fantastic.
stuff is $5 off the price tag, you see, so.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I love those skirts. Oh, isn't that adorable, Sarah?
Yeah.
I can pick these up.
All right, thanks.
I'll help out.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
I live in a different direction. I live closer to Rolla. I'm just
Oh,
helping
okay.
today. If you would like for me to take one,
Yeah, totally. Sure, that would
we
be
get a
great.
little bit more traffic.
You're right off of I-44 then, right?
Well, so I'm off of 63, which runs parallel to 44.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's where a lot of people take
Oh, thank
going
you.
into Rolla, and
That
then
is
they'll
so
get on
pretty.
44. Yeah. There we go.
I took the old gray dog. Oh, here's an extra hanger. I took the old gray dog up there, and there's a spot in Rolla that they stop at. So yeah, I'm like a little bit familiar. There's like a donut shop over there, I think, is where they stop.
Yeah.
So I've been through the area.
Been through Rolla. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he can be anywhere, honestly. At this point. So I figured I'll just go ahead and spread some awareness here because it's not far, not terribly far away.
Oh yeah, right.
So
I mean, honestly, yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you think about it, because I was trying to see how far it would be to get down there in my car. I just don't trust it to get down there. Yeah, so thank you so much. I really
Yeah, for
appreciate
sure.
it. Absolutely.
We get a lot of traffic through. It's a little town, but a lot of people use it instead of 44. So
Yes, no, I appreciate any awareness.
cool. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, how are you? My name's Trisha. I'm just looking to spread awareness about a little boy named Sebastian. He is missing out of Tennessee, and there's a big search going on down there, but he's been missing for 6 months, and I figure I can spread awareness here, and so just kind of doing that. I saw the farmer's market. I'm like, oh, that looks like a good spot to kind of bring some awareness to, and he does have autism and he has a chromosome deletion, so he has special needs. He's extremely intelligent. They think he might have walked out of his house, but at this point, he could really be anywhere. So, and the cutest smile you've ever seen. So, but yeah, I just wanted to spread awareness. There's a $50,000 reward through the FBI, and that's who created the flyer. I have a YouTube channel. I just put my logo there.
How old is he now?
He's 15 years old.
So that's a more recent photo. That's
Yes,
older than that
his
one.
hair is much darker in that photo. That was taken 2 days before he was reported missing. He went missing from his home. So they don't know if it's like in Elizabeth Smart or she was actually taken from her home and they have her. So, they're thinking somebody might
You
have
have a
him.
tendency to wander, though.
Well, and the waterways is really scary because down in Tennessee, it's kind of like here in Missouri where it's just rough terrain, rocky, and then lots of water. And so they're thinking maybe they did a huge search for him within the first week, but then they scaled it all back, and now it's just all of us trying to raise as much awareness as we can. But the FBI just issued that $50,000 reward, so they're hoping to get more people, you know, thinking about it. So he's 15.
He's autistic.
His name's Sebastian. Yeah. His name's Sebastian. Out of Tennessee. So kind of, I think it's about an hour and a half away from Nashville. So yeah, he either left his home or something bad happened, because it's been 6 months. So they were doing a big search down in Tennessee, and I thought I could do it here. Yes, a little bit close to Nashville. Yeah, close to Nashville. Just disappeared. They have no evidence. Oh, I'm sorry.
Was he friendly to people?
Well, he seemed to be. There's some videos out there where his dad has showed, like there was a Christmas pageant. He was only a little guy, and one of the girls was having trouble with her sash, and he stopped what he was doing and fixed it for her. So, I mean, he's just that kind of kid. Funny.
So he would get picked up.
He could have. Yeah, he could have. I mean, anything could have happened to him. So, I mean, they're thinking maybe the parents are involved, but there's not anything that kind of points that way. But he went missing from his own bedroom. Yeah, I know. Well, and then they had that one little girl that someone took her out of her room, so you never know that could happen. No. Oh goodness, no. Different family, but you would know. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to show that. There you go, guys. Well, I'm just a YouTuber. I do true crime YouTube, and he's my first case that I've ever I started with him, and he's just not been found yet. And so 6 months. Yeah, 6 whole months, and we're going on 7 now.
You saw the sound of freedom.
Yes, I have, and that's where he could be anywhere, you know. So I figure even if I don't live.
Was the family ever warning him? Scaring him? I mean, they have to scare their kids.
Well, the stepfather wasn't very nice to him is the whole thing. I know, and that's my biggest. That's why I keep talking about it, and I'll go over their old interviews, because it's like you can just tell he didn't really like him, you know, and like more of a burden than.
And the mother,
You know,
yeah, she's just wonderful.
she's very hard to see. Now, the stepfather was away in Memphis. He was working down in Memphis, and she was the only one home with him. So we don't know what to think. She won't really talk. She's come out and said some things, but they're more.
Did they scare them? Could have scared him.
I think something had to have happened that day, and he might have just taken off. I mean, I don't know.
A number of years ago when Trump was president and they were going through all this stuff on the border at that time, and they had all these kids there with no adults,
Yes.
and these social workers were trying to turn them off. Dumb bitch.
I know. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Hi there. I'm just trying to spread some awareness about a little boy who went missing in Tennessee. He's about 6 or 7 hours away, but he's been missing for 6 months now. So he's got special needs. There's a $50,000 reward through the FBI. So I just
Is he
wanted to.
related somehow to here?
Well,
Somebody knows him. Or
I know a good friend of mine that's been searching for him in
Okay.
Tennessee, and they're doing a big one.
so
But
they're trying to spread out the.
yeah, we're just trying to kind of spread awareness.
And it might work. I mean, all it takes is one person to see
Well,
him.
hey, that's what I thought, and we're not far away terribly from, you know what I mean? It's not like we're in California, so he could be around anywhere. So I saw this lovely market. I'm like, hey, I'll go around and talk with everybody and spread awareness. So
Thanks a lot.
but yeah, thank you so much for taking that. And yeah, we're just hoping we can find him. I mean, it's just been too long. And kids don't vanish. We remain. We don't poof disappear.
Yeah, it happens way too much.
It happens, and you know, in Tennessee, it's happened a lot here lately where they never get found. So where are they all going? You know, and like I said, he's 15, but just the sweetest kid. I mean, really was into video gaming and things like that. So you never know who could have gotten a hold of him online too. I mean, we just don't know. There's no evidence. The police have no evidence. So it's a total mystery.
It was just a snatch. It was a snatch with nobody looking.
It was his own house, his own bed.
Oh dear.
His mom was the only one home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, stepdad was
So
in Memphis.
either got snatched or got lured out, is what you're saying.
I'm thinking so. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
It almost seems like an inside job.
It seems like
Lord
seems more feasible.
Well, there was a flashlight video that was turned in to the police from a neighbor's camera. The only footage they have, and two flashlights went to the road, and only one went back to the house. And the mom was the only one home. So I have my true crime channel, so I'm very much into this case. It's my first case, and from what my research is saying, she's the only one that was home with him. You know, stepdad was in Memphis. He didn't treat him very good. There was some CPS involvement, so before he went missing. So it's just kind of, and then his father was at work. He's a corrections officer, so he was on camera all night long. But he's been getting really hammered by the media and on YouTube. I mean, we all speculate.
Wow.
So
Are you thinking in your own personal estimation that it's more likely that he was lured out, or that someone went and grabbed him,
Or the mom might have done it.
or that the mom's
the only with that, they said that the flashlight video was a trash truck, but it was at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You know, trash truck.
At 3 in the morning, in a very beautiful neighborhood in Tennessee.
That's bogus.
I mean,
That's bogus.
exactly.
Ain't no trash truck at 3 in the morning. No.
No trash truck.
Ain't no way. No.
And then
That's
a
not
neighbor said that.
If it is, then whoever's driving the trash truck was doing something wrong.
Well, they searched the landfill, but they didn't come up with anything. So I'm guessing, for me, if two flashlights went, I would have thought, well, maybe his friend crept up or somebody that took him. But since there was one flashlight that went back to the house, or maybe it was like a phone light, the only thing I can surmise would be that mom went back home because she was the only, she said she went to wake him up at 6.
Maybe she dropped him off with someone and then
I think somebody came in,
sold him or something?
I think there was a handoff. Yeah, I think
I mean, it's hideous, but there's too many people that sell their kids.
Well, he was also supposed to go live with his dad after the school year started, so 15 years old still, so he's not a little guy, but also
if he's special needs, it's kind of like that's not even part of it, It's
well,
like,
and that's the thing too, because
that's an extra difficulty if she's not in a place and she felt desperate and did something heinous, maybe, but obviously you can't speculate as to how. Well, you can, and then that's how you can figure out maybe where he is.
Exactly. I mean, I'm very interested because, I mean, even just some of the things that they've said, the parents have said, are kind of red flags, like, well, we don't have any evidence, they're doing a great job, like, everything, and usually, like, if it, you lose faith if it's 6 months. Yeah, I mean, like, if my daughter was missing, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I'd be everywhere. I'd probably be yelling down here, guys, just so you know, like, I don't know, so they're very quiet, and then recently her cousin, who kind of brought her onto the YouTube scene, with a lot of, like, top people that have been doing it for a long time, she made a statement that she can't really pray the feeling away that her family member did something to her son.
She thinks so.
Yeah, it's like her mom's cousin. So like her mom on her mom's side. So I guess it'd be her second cousin. Is now thinking like, what's going on? Because they haven't attended any vigils.
She's thinking my second cousin did something to her son.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because at first she was very supportive, and she's like, hey, I'm going to bring you on this YouTuber that I watch regularly, and you could tell your story, and
Of course, the more you get out there, the more likely they'll be found.
I mean, I don't know. And
I'll definitely keep him in my prayers and keep
Thank
an eye out
you.
and think about that. And like, that's
yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, it's wild. It's wild because, I mean, if you're interested in true crime or people that like kind of like that mystery kind of thing, it's like,
I watch YouTube videos like that.
do you? Yeah, I love it. I love it. And you know, that's why I got into telling the stories and things like that. But with this little boy, he's just, I mean, his smile, it says everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, we gotta find him. But I appreciate you, definitely. You know, yeah, it does. It's just, and of all people, Dog the Bounty Hunter just joined everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm getting threatened, and all my people are getting threatened by people. So we're thinking it's the parent. We're thinking it's the mom and the stepdad. It remains to be seen.
Well, honestly though, if that's the case, I hope he's found even more, because then a child trafficking or a human trafficking ring might be exposed by this. And if he hasn't made it, but then searching for him exposes that, I'm okay with that outcome, because then it'll save more other kids, you know?
Oh, I agree.
And adults.
Well, you never know. And the thing is like, you know, I'm even hesitant to be like, yeah, it was the stepmom and stuff.
Yeah,
because you never know. Like Elizabeth Smart, she was taken from her home, well, he kept her, but still.
There's following leads, and then there's making speculation. Like, if you have an idea, you need to follow that lead, no matter how ridiculous it seems. You know.
Really?
So you gotta flesh it out. So
truth is stranger than fiction. It really is.
Keep it in my prayers, and I'll be praying for you to have insight and for everything to go down as well.
Thank you.
And if I notice anything, I doubt I will, because I'm a hermit in the middle of the woods. But
no, it's okay. Hey, I'm like that too.
Not part of it.
You know, I'm driving around. I'm like, I need to get out more. You know.
Like, where am I?
Yeah. I'm like, I know I live here, but.
But man, yeah, that's real sad. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much, but yeah, just definitely keep an eye out, and you never know. You just never know. I mean,
yeah, you
anything's
could
possible.
be wandering around somewhere.
Well, and that's another theory that, you know,
it's possible.
They might have told him something like, hey, your parents didn't want you, so we're taking you. And he's like,
you gotta
okay.
get out. You gotta leave.
And honestly, he told his dad that Mom and Mr. Chris, that's what the stepdad made him call him, don't like me very much, is what he told his dad. So,
so the dad's looking for him, or he's kind of just
dad's
interested?
looking for him.
He's more interested.
Yeah, he's looking for him.
He probably wants to vindicate himself, because I bet he's #1 suspect.
You know, he's getting so much hell on YouTube for that. He's like, I can't get certain foundations to help me because I'm not a suspect, but I'm not cleared.
Because he's the dad.
Because he's the dad.
And they're weirdly judgy about that with family. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, and I feel so bad because like I'm totally like everything's pointing to the mom, but like in the same way though, it's like, you know, they're not looking at the fact that he was on camera and he was a corrections officer. He's been searching for his kiddo, so he's been out. But yeah, it's crazy. Him. I do too.
Or at least finds out what happened.
Well,
if he doesn't find him alive, at least he finds out what happened. You know, I hope he finds him alive. But
it's just scary because
getting closure would also be an option that I would hope.
I agree. I mean, there's only a certain number of scenarios, but it's like hopefully one, he'll get the closure that he deserves and just find out where he is. Sebastian was a heck of a kid. Like any of the videos they show of him,
he seemed like a nice kid.
He just, I don't know, he's funny, and then also he's just a helper. Like even when he was little, there was a video his dad posted, and a little girl, it was like a Christmas concert, and he was really into it, singing and everything. Well, the girl next to him was having some trouble with her sash, and he just stopped everything he was doing and he helped her, and then he went back to getting with the program, you know, the party. So
that seems pretty common with special needs kids. They have a lot of compassion.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
How are you doing?
And like I said, the smile is just what gets me every time.
You know this
well, thank
is
you so much. Have a good day. Thank you. You too. Hi there, how you doing?
Hello, good, how are you?
Good. Hey, I just wanted to stop by. My name's Trisha. I'm just spreading awareness for a child who's missing. He's 15 years old, out of Tennessee, and they're having a really big search for him today. So I decided to print out some flyers and just spread some awareness. And, I love your clown nose, by the way. It's awesome. It's awesome. I've never seen a glittery one like that.
Yeah. I wonder if I have a way that I could post this on here.
Yeah. If not, I would just love it if you take it and then just keep it in mind. They've been doing a lot of vigils because he's been missing for 6 months. So, yeah, he went missing out of his house actually. So they don't know if someone kind of took him, lured him. 15, but he's got special needs. So, oh, look at there, awesome. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I hate to bring it here, but I think I drove by and I'm like, well, there's a lot of people down there, so I so appreciate you posting it. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Hi there. Good. How are you?
Good.
My name's Trisha. I'm just coming by with a flyer for Sebastian Rogers. He's a 15-year-old child. He went missing 6 months ago from his house in Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're having a big search down there. But
Well, I haven't obviously seen anything, but I'll keep an eye on him.
I googled it, and it's 7 hours from here. So he could be if it's 6 months later, and they don't know what happened. You know what I mean?
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate, but we're hoping we can get a big gumption. There's a $50,000 reward too.
Wow.
So they just did that, and then Dog the Bounty Hunter is on the case.
Okay.
So it's getting momentum after 6 months, but we're just kind of trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
sharing.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. All right, guys. So I got a little bit into a conversation with an older gal that I was speaking with. I really love speaking with folks that are my senior. I feel like they have a lot more wisdom and they've been on this earth a lot longer. So I always enjoy speaking with them. And let me just stop right over here again. Hi. We're just spreading awareness about a little boy who went missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. He's 15 years old. He does have special needs. Extremely smart. Loves video games. And the color green, so that's why I'm out here just kind of spreading awareness about him. They're doing a big search in Hendersonville, Tennessee for him, so we're just kind of trying to look for him. And there is a $50,000 reward out there too, so if any information that leads to him finding him, somebody's going to get a nice reward. So
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for all you're doing.
thank you. Well, thank you so much for taking that. You have a great day. Hi there. Do you happen to have a bulletin board that I could have?
Around the corner.
Oh, okay, around the corner? Great, thank you. There we go. Okay, so here's a perfect spot for Sebastian. This is a local coffee shop called Coffee Ethic, and this is their board. And look at, there's a perfect spot to put Sebastian and his missing poster. So there we have it. So shout out to Coffee Ethic for letting me put up the sign back there. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I need to go next door to the library. So this is the library, Park Central branch. Like I said, it's more for like the older people like me. And let's see if they'll let us put it up. Hi there. What can I do for you? Oh, my name is Trisha, and I'm just trying to spread awareness about a little boy who went missing in Tennessee. And I was wondering if I could like put it up on a bulletin board or...
Yeah, I will have to send a photo to our head of what's the department? Community relations, but
Okay,
I don't see
no
why
problem.
they wouldn't approve that.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's just they're doing a big search in Tennessee today, but I couldn't make it down there, so I was like, well, I'll just go around and spread some awareness here. And yeah, you're welcome. And if anything, if you want to take it, you can do that
if they don't approve it, I will take it. Find somewhere.
I was gonna say.
My apartment. I would check with a few coffee shops. I know.
Yeah, so I just put one Mud House.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, I just put one at Coffee Ethic and.
So I used to work at. There's an ice cream shop on Walnut.
Okay.
You could probably ask them.
Okay.
It's called Sweet Emotion.
Sweet Emotion. Okay. Oh, that's
right
cool.
next
That's
to
cool.
Black Sheep. Yeah.
Oh, right next to Black Sheep. Okay. Oh, I know exactly where that is. Perfect.
But yeah, if this doesn't get approved for whatever reason, I'll
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. You have a great day. Hi. Will you take a flyer from me for a little boy who's missing? Of course. Thank you. His name's Sebastian Rogers. He went missing 6 months ago. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, he's down in Tennessee. They're having a big search for him today, but we're only like 7 hours right from here, so I thought I'll go downtown and see how many people I can hand those out to.
Jesus knows where he is.
He's a special needs child.
Lord.
Beautiful child, beautiful heart.
Yeah.
Just beautiful
How
heart.
long ago?
6 months. Yeah, February 26th is when he apparently either left his own home, was taken from there, or maybe possibly his mom was the best one with him.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Right.
But gosh, we could use all the prayers we
Oh
can
yeah,
get.
yeah, definitely. Oh,
So,
sweetheart.
but he's just a beautiful kid, and there's some people that don't want him to be found, and they're just out there causing trouble.
Really?
So we just, it's a real battle between the good and evil. We're going back and forth, but that's why I'm doing it here, because I thought I can't get down there, but not far away.
Yeah.
Oh, you never know if somebody took him.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, and through, people know through St. Louis, and then farmers market, so there's a $50,000 reward. The FBI just posted that on the 6-month anniversary of his.
Hopefully that'll go.
I should hope so.
I hate that it would take that, but whatever.
I mean,
whatever would
John
bring it back.
Bounty Hunter now is interested, so he goes through rewards and stuff, and I mean, now he's on it. So
Yeah?
he put $50,000 of his own money towards it as well.
Really?
So it's actually $100,000, but I wanted to print out the actual FBI.
Yeah.
For just for the for professional purposes. But yeah, he's on it.
Is he verbal?
Yes. Oh yes, and he is. He's played chess on the chess team. He was in FFA, so he loves animals. He loves cats. His favorite color is green, like the cat.
Yeah.
So green, and we're Sebastian's Army. That's what we call ourselves, and so that's why we're out, doing that to spread awareness for him. The videos that his dad has shown, just the way he is with other people, it's just we need more people like him. So we have to find him. We gotta find him. So, but yeah, he's a precious kid. But we don't know what happened, and the police have no information, no evidence, besides a video of 2 flashlights leaving the house and 1 coming back. So that's all we have, really. He was last at Texas Roadhouse with his mama. They went out to and that's the last footage because we need the Roadhouse. They don't have anything of him going home after that or anything except the lights, which it's very hard to see what it's dark as it can be. They didn't have any street lights. Beautiful neighborhood, really nice neighborhood in Hendersonville. Nice house. Wow. So it's just weird. It's quite a mystery. So we could use all the prayers we can get and all of the awareness.
Did they let you leave stuff in the library?
I did, yes,
Okay, good.
yes.
Good.
Because I know we can't really post them on posts, or I would be out on all these. But yeah, I figured I can get out. So it feels so good. Today was the first day I've done it. I talk about it on my YouTube channel. But it makes me feel so much more useful doing this. So I
hear you.
Loving it.
I probably want to purchase one.
Absolutely. Oh, excellent. Oh, that would be fantastic.
I'll put one up to pray.
I mean, they've had prayer vigils for him. His mom and stepdad won't show up for him. Really? And his dad's been doing all of it for him. He's been searching for him. The poor guy's just at his wit's end. You know what I mean? Church. He goes to church and he's praying. He says, "Okay, you know, that was his. You know, first every time. Unfortunately, when things go bad, we gotta go. You know, we gotta get to church. We gotta be like, okay, we gotta get back in. You know." So, but that's what he did. I mean, he just been going and going and going and going. He's a bigger guy. He's got some health issues. So he just needs more people to help. He really does. He needs people to help, more people to pray awareness. Because you never know. We could see him walking down the street. We don't know. We don't know anything. So it's a tough situation. But that big old smile, and he's just such a sweetheart. Like I said. So.
Does he have any other children?
He does not. No, neither one of them does. She's got a stepdaughter. But and it's a lot of family issues before he went missing, and so it's just like a very kind of crazy situation because now it's like the parents aren't working together, so you either got to be on the dad's side or be on the mom and dad, you know, the mom and stepdad, and you're going. I'm like, I would never want to go against the mom because I'm a mom, and so I'm like, and I only have one daughter, so I'm going, I don't want to go against the mom. However, what's right is right, you know, and we can't really help what the facts are, you know. So when you look at it, it kind of looks really bad on their part, because I think that's what they really need to be doing is getting together and you can get together for an hour and stand on the other side of the room from somebody and pray with them. Even if you don't like them. But I know that's more of a perfect world scenario then. Because I'm divorced, so I know. Me too. Yes, you know. So you know. I mean, it's not always a good situation. Then you have to come together. And, So that's really what made me most interested is a lot of that too. But then just knowing he's got special needs and like he meets people, you know what I mean? He's, like I said, he's so smart, but also some things that he's, you know, very intelligent at. Other more common things, like he wasn't good at telling time or remembering to be aware of time. That's why it's odd. So I don't think he planned it himself, and plus he took nothing with him. No cell phone, no game. He played the Switch, no Switch, no shoes. Left without shoes, they said. The mother said all the shoes are accounted for. So I'm like, it's just very bizarre. So, and you know how even when you're a little kid and you think, I'm going to run away from home, I'm packing a bag. That's the first thing you think is like, I'm packing a bag, you know? I got to take my stuff. And for sure. My teddy bear, you know? Well, and it was cold that night. So it was like in the February. And his father told a story about when he was a little guy. He had stepped on a red anthill when he went barefoot, and so from that point on, he never did like to go without shoes or at least some socks or something. So it's different stories, and you know, it's hard to tell if it's being vindictive, but then in the same way, the dad is just like so. It's like I can feel the pain, you know, but I can't really feel like any kind of pain from the mom. So that's why I'm trying to gauge it, but it's so you know. But I don't want to accuse anybody before I really know either. So it's like all speculation. Well, maybe this happened. Maybe he did this, or maybe he liked video games. Maybe somebody got on his video games. You know, just lured him out. But right now we just don't know. So, thank you. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you very much. Here's a little something for the true crime Gypsy Rose people. The infamous Hollywood theaters, where she and Nick Dodajon got freaky deaky with it. And driving past her house because there's people, that community was a Habitat for Humanity community, and they've changed the color of the house, took down all the ramps and everything. The house isn't pink anymore, but there's Hollywood Theaters. This is, oddly enough, the one my daughter and I used to like to go to. As you can see, it's shut down. And there you go. There you have it, folks. That was a piece of true crime history right there.
Okay, guys, so that's a little bit of what happened on Saturday and some of the responses that I got from people while I was passing out flyers. Some things that I found to be really interesting, especially as I was going back through and editing, is that I think a lot of people had some initial responses, like maybe he was trafficked. A lot of people pointed straight to the parents, and I understand that my opinions did come into play while I was out talking with others. However, I did realize that through the editing process, people were very quick to also think of the parents. And I do believe that it has a lot to do with the fact that, of course, the parents are the guardian of the child, ultimately making them the ones most responsible. When I was presenting the information to the people that I was talking with out on the streets, I realized that a lot of them were coming to similar conclusions, and I was very interested to talk more with them about that. And of course, I could talk all day about it, and I was taking up some of their time. But again, through the editing process, I realized that it didn't really take me to put my own 2 cents in for people to draw their own conclusions. And one resounding conclusion was that Katie was the last person with Sebastian. Now, I don't want to get into any other speculation. I think that you guys heard a lot of my opinions, even if they were underlying in the video that you just watched. So I don't want to hammer away at that or anything else because I think it speaks for itself. I will say that it was all a learning experience for me personally because I've never been out there posting flyers before, so I didn't know A, where to put the flyers, B, what to do about spreading more awareness, and really obviously getting them out where people can see them. And so in the beginning of the video, you can see me kind of going over different options with you guys, kind of thinking out loud, and then making my way down to the farmers market where, I mean, there were so many people down there, and not as many little tents, but there was probably like 10 of them. I didn't hit all of the tents, just the ones that were slow at that time. So as people were coming up, I was kind of trying to really wrap it up really fast. But I wanted to include some of the conversations that I had with people because I think it was really important for you all to hear a different point of view. I know that a lot of the times when I was telling people it was the same thing over and over and over again, that just kind of comes from my sales marketing background. So I'm just used to making up a script or having a script told to me, and then I just kind of say it over and over again. So that really helped me while I was out there. I can talk to people. I probably talked a lot of people's ears off, but the main goal was really to get awareness out there about Sebastian and for people to know that he is still out there, he's still missing. And I think that another valuable lesson that I learned was that it's very difficult to be out there on your own and having just even 35 flyers to pass out. I still have 9 left. And so by the time I was talking with people and posting flyers where they would just let me post them, it took the entire day. And it really made me realize how much goes into posting flyers and spreading awareness. I really had to use my time wisely, and so I couldn't hang around in one spot for too long either. I really needed to make my way around downtown, and I still didn't make it all around downtown. So definitely don't knock it until you've tried it. I really thought that 35 flyers would have been manageable. I also came to the realization that I really love being out there talking with people face to face. And I would love to talk more true crime out in the community or out in the streets. It was a beautiful day on Saturday, and I was very much able to connect with a lot of people that way. I realized how much I found it to be important for my channel. And so I am going to push myself to continue to do that through spreading awareness for missing people. Sebastian, of course, is always going to be at the forefront of my mind. I think the best part about passing out flyers and getting into the community was just knowing at the end of the day that so many people care so deeply and so much about Sebastian. So many people just want him to be found. And everybody that I talked to on the streets did not know about Sebastian. I'm in a completely different area. And so, with that being said, the amount of love and support that Sebastian was given was not only felt, but it was so apparent. And so, with that being said, the haters don't matter. Not when so many genuinely care. Well, guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this raw narrative. I hope it will inspire you to go out and print out 10 flyers and put them up around your area. Any little bit helps. And I hope that in the future we can talk some more true crime in the streets. I love you all so much. Stay safe out there. Lot lizards prevail.
Thank you so much.
I get freaky, dicky, raw.